A warm welcome to everyone. Today we will learn different data types in JavaScript. There are two different data types. First is primitive and another is non-primitive. So what is primitive data type? Primitive data type it stores and return a single value, whereas non-primitive it is used to store multiple and a complex value where we use non-primitive. So we will learn each whatever data types come under each, like a primitive and non-primitive. Okay, so let's go to the code. So here we are. So first we will see the primitives. Data types. So our first primitive data type will be the string. So what happened, it basically represents a character and which is written as single or a double quote. So let me tell you an example. So suppose we are having a const which we called str. We can give any of the name, okay, str, and in the single quote we can write like alex, or so let's take a variable, it's called var, which represents the variable. The const stands for the constant. Okay, so in the previous video I have already described the scoping of var, const and the let. So अगर आपको पढ़ना है कि what is the difference between var, let and const, आप मेरी previous videos को रेफर कर सकते हैं. So in this way we can define the string. Okay, so we can write in either in single quote or in the double quote. It is how it works. So our another second data type would be the number. So the number, it basically represents a number and can be written with or without decimals. Okay guys, so हम इनको with or without decimal लिख सकते हैं. So for example like x is equals to 3, okay, or like y equals to 3.2. So in this way we can write the numbers. We can assign a value, assign a variable with a value like either 3.2, 3, no, any of the number we can give. In this way this data type number works. So another data type which is boolean. So boolean, it basically represents a logical entity and it can only have two values, either it's true or it's false. So if the so it basically depends on our condition, how we are going to test. So for example, if let's say if a equals to 2, okay, and variable b equals to 3 and variable c equals to 2 again, okay. So now if I'm going to write a triple equal to, so triple equal to means we are checking the data type as well. So we will cover this double and triple equal to in our next videos. These two operator, how it work, what is the difference between. So first let's focus on this. So equal to b. So let's do it directly console. So now let's see what it will come. So you can see it is giving us a boolean value which is false and another one is true. The false just because we have given that b equals to 3 and c equals 2. So that is the reason it is giving. So even though we can write the boolean value as something like this, so is data present. So suppose we are having a condition where we need to check whether the value is present in here, and by default we need to give some value in a boolean, so we can write in this way. either it's false or true. It basically depends on our condition. Okay guys, so let's move to another data type, which is undefined. Okay, so this number 4, the undefined. Okay, so what this means, when a variable is declared but not assigned. Okay, when the variable is declared but not assigned, it has a value of undefined. Okay, so like it will make you more understand when I'm going to help with the example. So suppose what I did a variable x. Okay, and if I'm now I will write variable y equal to undefined in this way. Okay, so now let's do the console log of x and console.log y. So now let's save. So see what will happen. This x is okay. X is already okay. Sorry. Yeah. So okay, x okay. My bad. Yeah, so see what it is happening. I have already declared what I did, where I have declared a value but I didn't assign anything. So what does it mean? I didn't assign anything here. So now if I'm going to print now, you can see the value is coming 2. So what does it mean? Like if we are not assigning any value, we just declared it. Okay, so we just declared it, not assigned us. That's the reason it is coming undefined. And if we want to give any value to an undefined by in this way also we can give. So it is how this undefined works. And for another data type would be the null. Okay, so null, so it represents a non-existent or an invalid value. Got my point? So invalid value we can say which is empty, which contains an empty value. So we can give in this way, like this. Okay, so what it represents, that variable z having the null value, not more than that. Okay, so our another data type would be the symbol. So symbol, so it is like new data type which is introduced in our ES6 latestly. Okay, so like it is used to store the anonymous or the unique value. Okay, so the how we write this, how we use or we hide this code in such a way. Suppose like sym. Okay, let's take an like symbol, and let's say sy. In this way we can write symbol, and here we will give the unique value or whatever. So suppose if we write test, so it is the unique value. So it would be the unique value for our project or whatever function we are going to use. So it is the format we write the symbol in the data type. Okay guys, I hope आप सबको समझ में आ रहा होगा like what is going in this whole video. Different type of data type in the basically in the primitive data type. Right now we are looking at the primitive data types. Okay, so another, now let's move to the another data type which is the non-primitive data type. So our second, which is non-primitive data type. I know guys थोड़ी वीडियो थोड़ी लंबी होती जा रही है, लेंदी होती जा रही है, but we need to cover both the data types and each of the types which are coming under them. Another data type. So before going too deep, I just want to let you know that primitive data type can only store a single value, as I told you earlier. But to store the multiple and complex value, there the non-primitive data type comes in the scenario where it is being used, where they are used. So first would be our object. Okay, so first will be our object. So object is basically used to store the collection of data. We so let me tell you with an example. So write obj, like object, whatever you want, you can give the name. So object like right colon 1 y colon 2 and right sum. Okay, sum will take some function. This function we will return like this dot x plus this dot, sorry, this dot y. Okay, so now we are going to console.log obj, just an obj right now. So what it will return, let's see. It will give us an x, y and sum. With this sum the value is a type of function, like basically it's a function. So to get the sum of the value, how we can perform it, like obj dot sum. So now we are going to print it. We can see, oh sorry, it's a function, yeah. So it's 3 because it is calculating the sum of x and y. So it is how that how we can write that object. So to hand, as I told you, to handle the multiple and complex value, we use non-primitive, and object is one of the type. So our another and the last data type would be the array. Okay, so in this array it would be like we can represent so the example like arr dot other, it's 1 2 3 4. So in this way we can write like put number of items or number of array of objects inside the array. So in this way multiple values are being handled, got it? So this type of array can hold multiple values. So for example number, we can even though write string, okay, or boolean, or even though in the decimal also. So we so it holds different type of data values and can help can what we can say, can handle multiple data types also. Okay, either it's string, boolean, decimal, numbers. So all this for today, like that's all for today. Okay.